Big news to report right now. This just coming in. The CBS News president has just announced that she is stepping down. This is believed to be related to some kind of settlement deal that is happening possibly over 60 Minutes. Don't forget, 60 Minutes got sued by the president for something like $20 billion because of their reporting, and in his estimation, very false reporting because of the way that they edited that interview. Remember, with one Kamala Harris getting the benefit of clearly some people that wanted to make her sound very, very smart, smarter than she is. And so they managed to kind of massage an interview, and in doing so, in the president's estimation, were effectively trying to manipulate the election. So this news, as I said, just crossing right now. We've got the CBS News chief leaving the company amid expectations that CBS is getting closer to some kind of settlement deal with the president. Don't forget, they need to get approval from the FCC for that Skydance merger deal, and that's worth like billions and billions of dollars and may actually be the entire future of the company. Like, I don't know if they even survive if they don't get that deal. And so Sherry Redstone is very much a proponent of having that deal. And the one thing that seems to probably be in the way is the sort of stamp of approval from the FCC. The other thing that's in the way is this outstanding lawsuit from the President of the United States against 60 Minutes and CBS. And so we saw already that Bill Owens, who was over at 60 Minutes, he stepped down a couple of weeks, you'll recall. And he said it was because he felt that he could no longer be totally impartial in his job. And, you know, he's a journalist with a capital J, et cetera. And now he has other people breathing down his back, probably one Sherry Redstone, who wants to get the deal done. And his talent that he produced, Scott Pelley, went onto the air and announced all this, leading me to actually believe that I would not be surprised if 60 Minutes actually goes bye-bye altogether. After all, I don't think this show could succeed in the real world on its own. I think the time is kind of come and gone for that genre of news that's very slow. Everybody speaks very slow. It's very heavily scripted. It's very heavily edited, obviously. Kamala, that one, right? That whole soundbite thing that was edited and re-edited and somehow made her sound like she knew what she was talking about. Sort of, not really. But nonetheless, they may find themselves in a very vulnerable position. So this is the woman who was running CBS News. Her name is Wendy McMahon. She is the second, if you would, high-profile departure now there at the company, at Paramount Global, which owns CBS News and is, as I said, trying to settle that $20 billion lawsuit with Donald Trump. And it's really critical that that gets settled so that they can move on and do this merger with Skydance. Skydance is a company owned by Larry Ellison's son, actually. The suit had alleged that the network deceitfully edited that 60 Minutes interview with Kamala Harris in order to make her sound better. The network said, no, this is just what we do every time. And he's like, well, you know, you wouldn't have afforded me the same opportunity. Don't forget, the resolution of the suit could help Paramount perhaps get closer to closing its merger deal with Skydance, which requires approval from the FCC. Now, Wendy McMahon is said to have clashed with Sherry Redstone, who runs Paramount, over the network's coverage of the war between Israel and Hamas. There was a very sort of anti-Israel bias that was becoming apparent on the air, and so that was something that was an issue for this particular woman. Then you had the CBS stuff. So just a whole series of things, if you would, coming up over and over and over again, leading perhaps to now her departure, suggesting that maybe a settlement deal with Donald Trump is getting closer and closer. Don't forget the $20 billion price tag on that one. So the CBS News president stepping down.